I'm trying to remember the name of the character I used to pretend to be when I wooed you. The one with the voice like a driveway. Who you said made you laugh, but on whom I think we both know you had developed a little bit of a crush. So unlike the real me he was, based on this ex-Dallas cowboy I knew in graduate school who owned a liquor store and a sun lamp. You're the kind of woman makes a man want to get in touch with his masculine side. And I don't think I can love you anymore. That's about the dumbest thing I ever made him say. This character who you said you loved and made you laugh every time and whose name I cannot for the life of me remember. And speaking of time, I found a digital watch in a bag that I thought was mine but was yours, although it's mine now, I guess. And it said, of course, 12:34, 1, 2, 3, 4, the magic minute of childhood. Of course, that wasn't the time at the time, although it is now, the clocks having changed twice since the day you died. And anyway, that was the time that I said I was going to come back and visit you if I died first. Remember arguing about that? About who was going to die first? Me pointing out the history of cancer in my family, you not pointing out the history of anything, just taking a long drag of your cigarette as if to say, hello, cigarettes. I'm willing to admit that you are right because I am the one that is left, although I still think you cheated. And speaking of suicide, I once asked you whether you ever thought about it, and you said, no, you're not that lucky. In an answer I recognize now as being more loaded than any pistol we never kept under the mattress, which I had to give away anyway. And now I wonder if you did come back from the dead, whether I could keep myself from saying, see, apparently I am that lucky. Speaking of luck, you always said that I sucked it right out of the room, but that was right after you found out that the word squinters, S-Q-U-I-N-T-E-R-S, those who squint, is an acceptable word in Scrabble. Lost a turn, I banked 144 points. The overturned board scattered most of the tiles, and there are still letters that I cannot find. And speaking of letters that I never found, you never left me one, never sent me one, never left me a note or a sign. As I boxed and gave away your clothes and packed up the apartment, I kept thinking that I would find something. All last fall, my breath arrived each day with the mail. I still think sometimes it might arrive, a padded envelope without a zip code or missing a stamp, something filled with all the missing letters. But for now, I'd be content to remember the name of the man who said, I don't think I can love you anymore. That man who you said you loved, who I pretended to be, and whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. Thank you.